All right, guys, welcome in. Welcome to a follow-up episode to my reviving an HP laptop. So if you watched the stream yesterday, I got 3 laptops from a thrift store for $30 online. It was an online auction, right? Online thrift auction website. So no joke, got them for $30 plus shipping. It came out to like $52. So for $52, let's talk about it. Give me 1 second. I gotta hook up my other camera. Camo. Tripod. Tripods. Tripods. Dun, 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 dun. You'd think I'd be more prepared, but this is just kind of an impromptu. I just wanted to do a quick stream before we get into football today. We're watching football today. Know what I mean? Okay. So I got my other camera here. I just got to hook it up. Give me 1 second. Start it. Retry. I don't know if that worked. Retry. Retry. Yeah, failed to start. Of course you did. Yo, Child of God Duo. What's up, Child of God Duo? How's everybody doing? Okay, we got the selfie. Let's go ultra wide. Should go. Yeah, we'll go ultra wide for right now. Whoopsie. All right, so gotta spin it. Turn it down. How you doing, Child of God? I'm good. I'm doing good. Hang tight. So, let me switch my camera. Give me 1 second. Child of God. Go, 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 go. Okay. So, show you guys what I got. So, from my online auction, I was able to get a hold of 3 laptops for around $52 with shipping. So, I don't know if you guys can see it. So, I got this one. It's a HP. I'll flip it up. Give me a second. Got this one. It's not bad, but it's an older system. I think it's a 2015 or 2016, something like that. It is missing the one key on the keyboard here. So it's missing the N key. Camera's not focusing. Sorry about that. There we go. It's a little bit better. So it's missing a key here. It's only got 4 gigs of RAM. It was a student laptop, right? And here's the worst part. So fire it up. Look at the screen. It's like 3 circles, 3 giant circles of dead pixels, and then there's dead pixels all over. So this is an older machine. It's got, like I said, 4 gigs of RAM, a 500 gig hard drive. Now, if you watched the episode from yesterday, right? If you watched yesterday, hang on. If you watched yesterday, in yesterday's episode, right, we managed to, I had a different laptop. So this is one that I got, right? Not the greatest. Can't really see it. Not the greatest. It's older. It wasn't locked out like the other one was. So it had a student account and a teacher account. So it must have been left over from, you know, once colleges or schools are done with their laptops, they'll just get rid of them. They'll just like package them up and toss them, right? Sometimes they do destroy the screens, but I've never seen this before where it's like got three circles like that. It's just weird. So anyway, this one is probably not worth keeping. However, it has 4 gigs of RAM, which you can upgrade. And I watched a couple videos on how to take this thing apart. It's not easy to upgrade. Plus the key's missing, the screen's donezo. So I'll probably, in today's episode, dismantle this laptop, take the RAM out, and see if it will work in the other laptop that I got. So if you watched yesterday's episode, we did manage to get into the OS that was locked out. This one wasn't locked out, but some of the features were locked out because it was a student account. I couldn't get into the teacher account, but I was able to use Hiron's boot CD, just like we did to the other laptop yesterday. So basically I just followed all the same procedures, except for exporting the drivers, because I think I'm just going to toss this one. It's not worth keeping. But I am going to dismantle it today and show you guys how to do that. But yeah, this one's it's not worth keeping. So we're going to dump this one. However, let me show you what else I got. Now this one, hang on. This one is the HP Envy, and it did have a screen, but the screen was completely obliterated. And this is actually a really, really nice laptop. It's got HDMI, 2 USB-C ports here, which unfortunately, the one that charges it, you can see inside there. I tested it with a dead cord to see if it would even accept a cord, and I couldn't even get a cord into the slot because you can tell by looking at it, it's completely obliterated. It's damaged as well. The other side is a little damaged as well. I don't know if you can see that. It's got another USB, headphones, and an SD slot, but it's super thin, and it was touchscreen, so the screen was touchscreen, and it had it was completely shattered. So I just ended up taking it off because the hinge was busted out and it wouldn't close right. But it's really nice, and it had a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD inside of it and 16 gigs of DDR4. So as far as the parts go, like the keyboard is still usable, so I could sell the keyboard. The trackpad is still usable. We could sell that. We can sell the frame as well, so I could just sell this whole piece. Someone else can pop it open and put in another motherboard into this one. Hey, Purple Dude VR. But so this was one of the other ones. Like I said, it had a terabyte SSD in it, so that was the biggest win right there. And 16 gigs of DDR4. So I could basically buy the same laptop either without DDR. Yeah, I bought it broken. I bought 3 laptops from an auction for $50. And yes, it does suck that this one was broken. And the power cord, the power adapter was broken, so I couldn't even get power to it. I'm sure I could charge it another way. Yeah, rip, exactly. And I've never really soldered or messed around with components like that. So I'm sure somebody would be able to solder in a new USB right here to get the charging to work. Like that would definitely be plausible. But yeah, the screen was shattered, so I just went ahead and took that off. But it had a 1 terabyte SSD and 16 gigs of DDR4. So, and all these other parts are still good. So I'm gonna list these on eBay for I don't know, whatever the going rate is. So I got that one, and then this one is the one we were working on yesterday. So it was locked out. It had 2 user accounts on it. It was locked out. I managed to get into it what is it? Hybro, my MacBook Pro i9 Bluetooth not connecting. Yay! MacBook Pro i9. MacBook Pro. I don't know what kind of MacBook Pro. What year is it? Probably easiest for new people to do. Yeah, I don't know, because it's soldered directly to the motherboard, and it is a little bit harder than some people imagine, and it's like tiny. Because I looked at it, and it is like tiny, and you have to like, I don't know. I could watch videos and figure out how to do it, but I just, for what it's worth, it was $50. I got a 1 terabyte SSD out of it and the 16 gigs of RAM, so I'm just going to take that, try and buy the same laptop or similar to that. And then I can just put the terabyte SSD and RAM in it. Because I was looking at a couple that are like 256 gigabyte storage and then 8 gigs of RAM. So I can just pop that out, pop this one in. Yeah. 14 Monterey version. 2019 model Intel 14-inch Monterey version. So are you running Open Core Legacy on that? I wouldn't think you would have to. I wouldn't think you would have to. But anyway, so this one had 2 user accounts. We were able to boot into it using Hiren's boot CD. So we, common issue, restart your MacBook into safe mode. Yeah. Which is easy to fix. Otherwise, if it works, it's program stopping it. Yeah. That's good advice. Thank you, DJ Gameplaying. Plays Gaming. DJ Plays Gaming. Yeah, the Bluetooth, what was I going to say? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, start it in safe mode. Alternatively, if you have another partition, or you could create a partition. Safe mode. No, only using Mac OS, no Windows. Yeah, there is a safe mode. Yeah. Most computers have like a safe mode or a developer mode that you can boot into. Thank you, DJ. That's really nice of you. Yeah, see if you can get the command for him. So I was able to use Hiren's boot CD, but I had to download an older version because this only has 4 gigs of RAM as well. And it's got an old platter hard drive, 700 gigabytes, not 750, not 500, 700. And then I was able to get the administrator account turned back on and get the Windows keys. You don't have any hardware problems in your MacBook. So is this a different one? The MacBook 14, do you have a 14 and a 16? Am I misunderstanding that? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Just hold shift. Yeah, it's pretty basic, pretty easy. But yeah, so I was able to turn on the administrator account. Library Bluetooth PLS file is not generated. Okay, because I saw you say 14. Oh, 14 Monterey. Got it. Are you running Open Core by chance? Yeah. The library Bluetooth plist files not generating automatically. Are you able to partition the drive and do a clean install? Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't know enough about the what do you call it? The plist files in Mac. I'm not familiar with how those work. But anywho, so I looked up the RAM, and this one is a lot easier to fix, right? Or to install rather, like pull in, pull out kind of thing. So they're both DDR3 SODIMM slots, 204 pin. They are different brands, but I figured it's worth a shot because that other laptop is completely trash. So this one's got 4 gigs. I managed to get the administrator account up and running, and then I exported all the drivers and then took it, went ahead and installed X-Lite on this thing. Oh no, you bought a broken 5060? Huh. Bluetooth sometimes showing visible to other device, but connecting means connection rejected. If it's intermittent like that, that sounds like a hardware issue to me. Okay. All right, thanks, DJ. Yeah, if it's sometimes showing and then not connecting, you think it's a Bluetooth driver issue? I don't know, because like, does it do it all the time? Bluetooth, it says, because you said it's sometimes showing visible, but sometimes it's not. Because like, if it's a sometimes thing, that sounds more like a hardware issue than a software issue. Because software is going to do the same thing every single time, as long as the hardware allows it to. Hey, FireGen, what up? Okay, okay, well, that's good to know. What I would do is, you tried safe mode? Check in safe mode. Otherwise, partition the hard drive and install a fresh version of whatever OS and see if the problem still persists. That's what I would do. You've seen it corrupt before? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And again, I don't know what causes it to do all that. Oh, thank you, FireGen. Hell yeah. Thank you for the hell yeah. I just saw that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Right, but that's why I said, like, if you partition the drive and install it, that way you can test it real quick. But yeah. Yeah, I would try that first. But like I said, if it doesn't, like that would be like your last thing to try. What? It's working? The only way you can update the drivers that I know of is just hitting the Mac update. It should update, if anything needs an update, it's going to do it through the Mac update. That is a jackpot. Are you kidding me? You know what? I wonder if whoever, where did you get the 5060 from? I wonder if whoever had it just didn't have enough power. Because those things need a nuclear power plant to run. There you go. Yeah, DJ knows what he's talking about. Thank you for your help, DJ. Yeah, that is a jackpot, dude. Holy crap. Now, again, it could be like, is it an intermittent? What did they say was wrong with the 5060? Oh, hell yeah, that's why. You need like 1,000 watt at least to be safe. I would. I mean, they say 850, but if it's 500, yeah, you're not going to be powering that thing. It needs 500 on its own. How much was it, if you don't mind me asking? Probably got it at a mad discount. Yeah. So, aha, I already got the activate Windows thing. So, like I said, when I got into Hirons, right, I was able to grab all of the Windows product keys that were installed on this machine. So that's why it was good to try and get into the OS that was on here. You got it for $140? You must be joking. You've got to be joking me. You got that fucking 5060 for $140. Good for you, dude. Heck yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. Well, I mean, just hang on to it, right? Because I would run that 5060 for a good couple weeks just to make sure everything's kosher. This one's running Windows. This one is running Windows. But guys, this is Atomic X-Lite, right? So I can check. Sorry, it says, are you Windows or Linux? Yeah, are you talking to me? Are you talking to him? Who are we talking to? But yeah, this is Windows. This is Atomic X-Lite. So this is the smallest distro of Windows that I have found. I haven't really messed around too much with Linux, but this OS out of the box, this guy's stripped down to literally bare bones. It was 1.8 gigabytes on the disk right out of the box. And then after I installed the drivers, that added like another 1 or 2 gigs onto it. So it's absolutely amazing. And the battery on this one is fantastic as well. I ran it all night for like 4 or 5 hours watching YouTube videos on a single charge. Yeah, I would like to experiment more with Linux, and that's kind of why I bought some of these laptops, so that I could mess around with Linux and not worry about messing up any of my main systems, because I'm not that advanced with it. I've installed Linux on a couple of machines, but like anytime you're dual booting Linux and Windows or Mac OS, it gets all screwed up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for $140, if it fails, it fails. Yeah, I know. Everybody always says that. Don't trust custom OS. And like, where are you getting that from exactly? Oh, hang on 1 second. Did you? I'm sorry. I'm streaming right now. I am. We're doing back it up. Yeah. Yeah, we can watch football. Oh, this is safe, by the way. Yeah, and again, I don't know where people get all this from, as far as like custom Windows OSs are no good. I've never had a problem with them, but they strip out all the bloatware, all the other stuff that Windows likes to put in there, telemetry, spyware. Really, they're just fishing for our data. That's awesome that it works, dude. Yeah, it's crazy that they tried to power that thing with a 500-watt power supply. Dude, let's go. That's nuts, though. Good for you. I'm happy for you. So, I'm gonna try and tear this one down. Yeah, Tiny 11's good. No, but this is Atomic X-Lite. And I don't know if I put the link in the description, but if you go back to my stream yesterday, there is what do you call it? I think the link is in there. Yeah, Chris Titus is another one. He's got that's part of his app, that you can make a smaller version of Windows. Yeah, but I mean, doesn't the 5060 like that just pulls that much power on its own, doesn't it? I don't know. If they read the manual, or it's probably on the box, as far as like how much power that thing is recommended, or how much it pulls and how much is recommended. So they obviously didn't read the manual. So that's their mistake. So win-win for you. But yeah, I think the Jags are on, aren't they? They're on Fox. Wow, Koopy. Yeah, you want to pick up some food? Or do you want me to go pick up food? And you can do this too. Uh-oh. I got my assistant here. Oh, really? It's only 160? Yeah. Well, but it depends on what else they had in the system and how much it was pulling. So if they're overclocking their CPU and they're overclocking their GPU and all that, yeah, it's getting to the point where you're going to need a dedicated power supply just for the GPU. It really is getting to that point. Sorry, I'm trying to put the game on right now. They said it was on Fox. There it is. Oh, that's a face. Do you want me to go get some food? What's wrong, buddy? Yeah, what do you want? Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, we're back, guys. If try Linux, man. By the way, if KS, which one's KS? Yeah, I actually got to jump too. But hey, guys, it was good talking to you guys. Thank you for stopping in. This was just like a quick impromptu, but I'm gonna run in and grab us some lunch, and then I might be back on later. I just wanted to test the horizontal and vertical lives on YouTube. So I got them both going. I got horizontal and vertical. So if you guys don't like the vertical, pop over to my account or my YouTube page, and you can see the horizontal as well. But yeah, let's see. It says, should you trust me with the OS you have on your computer? Yeah, I don't see why not. He's got a ton of different distros. You can check yesterday's stream for that information. But Which KS? If KS is too heavy, I'm not sure which one you guys are referring to. You talking about kernel? Yeah, Tiny 11's pretty good. I wanted to try Linux Mint. I did. So that might be another stream. So for another time, I'm gonna do an install of Linux Mint, probably on this laptop. But thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for hanging out and talking. I'll be back soon with another tech video, I promise. All right, guys, peace out.